everyone doesn't start moving at once. We're just like, we're just two blocks. And it's like, then we're like, okay.
Are you on your way? I know, right? Made my day. I know, me too.
All of you today. We're sending a message loud and clear. So remember that you're part of something huge. You all play a role in this, from me to everyone involved here. We're all equal, and we're all doing the same thing. And I'm so proud to be part of this incredible movement. I hope you are too. All right, let's get this going. I've got a good friend of mine here today. Trapped many years ago, and Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll with Dennis Leary, like I said. I know her as a fierce animal rights activist. I met her carrying a monkey off a truck that we saved from a lab in New Jersey. That's how I met her. She's awesome, and I'm incredibly proud to introduce my good friend, Elaine Hendricks.
Bob Ingersoll, everyone. One of my heroes. Hey, I'm here. I'm preaching to the choir, and look at the size of this choir. As an actress, it's my job to tell stories, and I took that job very seriously years ago when I heard Viktor Frankl tell his stories in his books. In his book, Man's Search for Meaning. And he talked about the one day a month off that they had. They pushed together their benches and reenacted their Yiddish theater together. And it was at that moment I said, storytelling is imperative to the human race. And now more and more it's coming out, one of the greatest distinctions we have over other species is our ability to tell stories. So for each one of us, if we go and we continue to tell our stories and tell the stories of the animals, we will continue to change the world in a positive, loving, compassionate direction, just like we are doing. My story, I sat down, it's been about 12 years ago now. And I said I wanted to find a platform because some of my work was becoming really public. And I said, of all the causes, I watched an undercover fur video. It was that moment. My boyfriend at the time, I was like, honey, I'm selling my car. It's got leather interior. I'm cleaning out all of our cleaning products because they were tested on animals. I'm getting rid of all my leather. I wasn't wearing fur anyway. I bought new makeup. I completely changed my life. I had already been vegetarian since 1995. I re-upped, became vegan, and now here I am with you, marching through New York to be the voice for those who don't have voices. So what do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? I love you, New York. I love you, animal activists. Thank you so much.
Hey, one more time, Elaine Hendricks. All right, now I get another chance to lead. All right, today I've got another opportunity to introduce someone who I've not met before, but I'm familiar with his video about his action as a priest. You got to go watch the video. It's hysterical. Anyway, this is Dan Matthews from PETA, and he is an amazing human being, and I'm proud to be able to introduce him today. Thanks.
Greetings from PETA. Thank you so much for continuing to speak up for animals. It's activists like you that make all the crucial victories possible. It's the campaigners here in New York, and I mean many of you here today, who were the tipping point in pressuring Michael Kors to finally stop using fur. And I gotta tell you, that victory created a domino effect throughout the fashion world. Agitators, like they do in New York, against fur offenders, exhibit model behavior for activists everywhere. Please give yourselves an applause. Just this year, activists in Washington helped PETA pressure the Pentagon to finally end gruesome military trauma tests on animals. Activists took to the streets of Anchorage to help cut off sponsorships of the Iditarod race, in which dogs die every year. And they joined us to cause a ruckus at the University of Pittsburgh, where we succeeded in stopping sadistic experiments on mice this year. They also joined us outside of a Milwaukee slaughterhouse, dripping in fake blood and lying in white plastic trays to illustrate the violence of the meat trade. We do these bloody in the prime cause of deadly diseases. Signs are all around that shows the public is finally evolving. Just this week, vegan eating was declared the #1 trending diet all across the country. But let's get back to New York for a minute. There's one issue here in New York that has been on our agenda for far too long. I'm talking about the fight to free the horses from the cruel carriage trade. Will the city council ever come to its senses and pass a bill to ban it, as has happened in so many other world capitals? Yes, one day they will. In the meantime, yesterday, an important first step was taken. The Department of Transportation announced plans to move the horse line from the dangerous, nerve-wracking traffic and put it into the park. Get the horses out of traffic! 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 Let's keep sending that message. Let's echo that message all over the city until it happens. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen this fall. And it's just the first step. Thank you all for remaining active for animals. The animals are depending on you. Keep up the great work.
Watch out, Blue. Thank you, brother. Next speaker, I'm going to need this, so clear up, bro.